How do I choose thread color? That's a good question. If your quilt top has multiple colors. Just for you, here's a Quilt Conversations Live Q&A highlight. That's a good question. Now, when I choose thread colors, it's not necessarily based on the color of the thread or the color of the fabric, although that does play a part. But the first step is evaluating the value of the color. I recommend that you take a photo of your quilt, then change that photo into black and white. Where does the color value rate? Is most of the quilt dark, closer to dark grays and black? Or is it on the other side? Is it a very light colored quilt where most of it is light, a light gray or almost white? Or is it in the middle? Black, white, if that's the spectrum. In the middle, is it gray? Or does most of that quilt have a value in the middle areas? What is the value of the quilt? Is it a light quilt, a medium value in terms of gray, or is it a dark value in terms of black? So, once you determine that, if it's a middle gray, right, the value, now look at the colors of the quilt. So if the color is predominantly blue, gray value, middle value, but the color of the thread will be blue, but it's going to have a value that's gray, meaning it's not going to be a light blue, and it's not going to be a dark blue. It's going to be a medium value. And that's when I've decided I want the thread value to match the quilt value. So it's blending. It's not going to be too much of a contrast. If I want more contrast, then the quilt value is middle gray, I can have more contrast between the fabric value and the thread value by choosing a white or a light colored blue, a lighter blue, or I can choose a darker blue. Is that helpful?